Hello everybody, TTSBB1 here, also known as Freddy Fazfuck. Welcome to the stream. Let us continue where we left off from last time. Just finished Blackwater City, so it's time to head over to Umbrus, yet again. Now I don't have to worry about any gold bolts or anything, so this is going to be pretty straightforward. Gonna probably get through this level in, what, 10 minutes or so. So yeah, just sit back and relax and watch me fuck shit up like never before. I promise it will be satisfying, and if it isn't, well, I don't know, watch something else. I don't know. I mean, if it isn't, then, well, maybe this game's not your cup of tea. I don't know. But anyway, I've also got the bolt grabber, so that's going to be very helpful in collecting all these bolts around here. Let me see, can I get that from here? No, I can't. Yeah, gold tussle claw, best weapon in the game, in my opinion. Things like that. I also need to not take dumb damage, as a certain Isaac Jr. would say. But, yeah. Let's just hope that I don't take that dumb damage, because, well, like it said, that would be, you know, dumb, like that. This is why I just shouldn't talk. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say other than I'm just breezing through the level thanks to the Volt Doesn't Walk. It is... I've already said how good it is and stuff. It doesn't need repeating at this point. But either way. But yeah, I'm kinda sad that, In case anybody did not know, there were some new previews out for the Ratchet Clank game on PS4 that came out yesterday. And it seems that the amount of planets has been found, and it is only 13 when compared to, I think it's 16 in this game. So it's going to be less. Some planets did not make the cut, including the one that I'm in currently. Which is kind of sad, but at the same time, I guess it can kind of been expected because Largan Standard Diesel Fight was already moved to the DPS. So at the same time, I don't know. The length of the game, that's the only thing that really worries me. 13 planets, meaning 13 levels, is kind of off-putting, considering how many were in this game. However, when you take into account challenge mode, and the fact that you have to visit Belden twice, therefore making it 14, it's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, 15 weapons, 16 if you include the bouncer, is also kind of worrying, because it means that we already know all the weapons too. So I don't know. I mean, this is obviously, you know, more than what Into the Nexus and Full Frontal Assault gave us, where Into the Nexus had, well, let's see, it had Yarick, Crag, Psylocke, Graham, and Meridian City. Igliak, yeah. And it had Igliak. So, that's like 6 planets, so... Yes, the Bouncer is in the PS4 game if you pre-order it. So, if you don't pre-order it, you won't be able to use it. So, I would recommend pre-ordering that thing. Because I know that's what I'm doing. I definitely want to use the Bouncer on enemies. Oh god, I really did love that weapon, and in Going Commando, it's, I think, one of the most powerful guns in that game. Other than the plasma coil slash plasma storm. So, those, oh, and the meteor gun. Meteor gun too. Yeah, those were the guns that I liked in Gun Commando, and you'll probably see me using those whenever I upgrade everything. Because this game doesn't have that whole upgrading system, which allows you to use whatever weapon you want, including a wrench at no expense of XP. But since the later games include it, you have to worry about upgrading everything, which I'm going to be doing. The things that don't need upgrading are the Rhino and the Zodiac. The Zodiac's a bit of a bitch with ammo, so I mean, I'm still gonna get it, get everything in the game, but I won't be using it because ammo, a little bit of a bitch. For a game that has more bolts, that's actually kind of surprising. Anyway. Then there is also the fact that the Tesla Claw is in Ratchet Clank Gun Commando. However, it is much less powerful. And it's actually kind of sad because it was the best weapon in the game here. However, in Going Commando, it's so overlooked by weapons such as Meteor Gun, the Bouncer, the Plasma Coil, all those great weapons that you get. Because you can actually properly aim and straight in those games. And in Ratchet Clank 1, you can't. Which is why you heavily rely on auto-aim. Since the Tesla Claw has a great deal of auto-aim, that's what you're mostly using. Thank God it does so much damage. Otherwise it would not be as great of a weapon as I think it is. Game is a bit loud. Alright. I'll just turn that down a bit. Let me know if it's better. I can't hear it myself, so please let me know if it's better or not. I do need some help with that. Alright, so let's just do that. Anyway, like I was saying, the Tesla Claw, good weapon in this game, not so great in Going Commando, which is unfortunate. But either way, I'm still very excited, and for anybody that doesn't know, Loophole 572 and I have a bet going that if the Ratchet Clank game on PS4 does not score 70 or higher on Metacritic after 1 week of release, that he and I have a little bet going. If he wins, then I have to say that I was wrong about the game and all that shit about it, and say that it is a shit game, despite that probably not going to be my opinion at all, and say that I forget what else I need to say. I'll have to look back over it, but if I win, which I most likely will, considering, you know, the game's looking to be quite good and all that stuff. So what's going to happen is he's going to have to admit that he was wrong about the game. He's going to have to admit that he has a thing going with Flaming Claw, which is a bit of a joke, but either way, I'm going to make it official. And then he's also going to have to say that the PC is not the master race. Which again, matter of opinion, really. I don't see the PC having exclusives like Ratchet and Clank on it, so it doesn't really matter to me. But either way, it's all in good fun, really. Alright. But yeah, like I said, we'd be done with Umbrissa in almost 10 minutes, and I'd say like 8 minutes have gone by, and I'm almost done. So, not really surprised there. The Blargy and Snackle Beast fight will go by even quicker, so again, not surprised at all. I've hit 60,000 bolts, easy. yeah, it'll take a couple of playthroughs, I think, like 1 or 2 more, in order to get the hang of getting the bolts for the gold weapons and the rhino. But overall, I think that I'll do just fine with that. But anyway, it's time to go fight the Snaggle Beast. I have seen the footage, and I am incredibly excited with all that I have spoiled myself with. I do not want to spoil myself anymore, because I already know too much about the game. But either way, I am more than excited for what is to come from it. I think that it's going to be absolutely amazing. Despite the 30 frames per second, which I do not mind in the slightest, so long as the gameplay feels quite gwape, if you know what I mean. Which it does, from what I played at the GameStop kiosk they had a couple of months ago. It felt pretty good. It felt smooth, and it felt like I was playing a Ratchet Clank game, which I haven't felt since 2013. So, again, I have no doubts that it'll be good, but you know, the length of the game the length and price might shoo people away from it, because it is $40, and nowadays most full releases cost $60. And 13 planets, that's about a crack in time levels. So, the only difference about that is a crack in time had all the space exploration, whereas this game has none of that. So, I don't know exactly how that's going to go. Another thing that I'm worried about is there going to be stuff that's going to lengthen the game, such as arenas. And we already know that there's going to be a sandbox level, which got turned into gas bar. But, yeah, what about an arena? What about, you know, armor? I haven't seen any armor. Not that I'd wear it, because I usually go armorless in these games, like I will whenever I get to them. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm almost certain that, there will be armor vendors around. I just haven't seen them, I guess. Oh, no, you fucker. I'm not... No. Don't do that shit, you fucking douchebag. I'm not having that shit today. I'm not having it. Nah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, good boy. Nah, I am not faggot. That is a lie brought to you by a faggot himself, also known as... I don't know, fuck. Cyber. I don't know. Either that or Torres. One of the two always call me a faggot, so I have them to blame for it. Anyway, like I said, we'd be done with this fight relatively quickly, so moving on to Battaglia.
I wonder what that knows it.
We're in the Quark ship now, the much better ship rather than the courier ship. So he is a faggot, though. Cyber is definitely a faggot. Don't ever let him tell you otherwise. He is 100% fake. Oh yeah, those guys. I can now kill them. Oh yeah, and then there's the side flip. Yeah, fuck you. I'm not having your shit today. I will take those bolts. Yeah, I need them. Alright, I don't need the Hydro Displacer here, so Trespasser it is. Yes, this is the first Ratchet Clank game. I already did challenge mode, so... I mean, I already did the main game, so now I'm doing challenge mode. That's what I meant to say. Ooh. Actually, hold on. I need to do that. That'll do. Oh, no, wait. No, it won't. Nope. That'll be fine. No, wait. I'm not sure. Nope, never mind. Yep. Gotta move. No. That's good enough. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, there we go. Alright. That one took a little longer than expected, but oh well. I don't know why, I usually get past that one relatively easily, but, you know, whatever. The Clank section for Orxon is, again, going to be a drag, because there's nothing that I can do to make that go by quicker, so... You'll have to bear with me on that one. That's going to be a bit of a drag. But other than that part, everything else should go by with blazing speeds. Because this baby right here, I think that this is going to go by incredibly quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I can say about that. The HD collection is very much worthy of your time, and I personally think that Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal are much better than the first game, so they are very much worth looking into. You basically are missing out on you're pretty much missing out on a whole new experience if you've never played Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal but have played the first game. You're missing out on strafing, you're missing out on weapon leveling, you're missing out on a bolt multiplier in challenge mode, which will make collecting the Omega weapons much, much easier. Either way, you are missing out on so much, and not only that, but Up Your Arsenal has multiplayer, but only the hardcore get on that now. There was an audience for that like 2-3 years ago when I played it, so it was fun. I was not very good at Up Your Arsenal, but I was very good at Full Frontal Assault. I played that one competitively for quite some time, was very good at it, and was even #1 in the world at one point. But then again, the leaderboards were kind of fucked up sometimes. But either way, I was #1 in the world at one point in Full Frontal Assault multiplayer. But yeah, no, that was... Then a bunch of people started making sock accounts and just kind of filling leaderboard with their sock accounts because nobody else really played it. So that went to shit really quickly, and now I don't play it anymore. I'd like to get back into it, like for a tournament or something at some point, if somebody could arrange that, because I am incredibly rusty with that game. But yeah, I would love to play it again. One day. I'm nowhere near the level I was way back in the day though, but you know. And it happens. I mean, it was, while it was short-lived, I met some great people in it, and I need to talk to those people again. They were great. They've since moved on to Destiny, so if you, well, at least one of them has. I know that much. So, it might be the sweaties that Fred keeps talking about, so... He probably has, Well, I mean, it would be quite the coincidence if one of those sweaties ended up being one of the people that I knew way back in 2012 and that sort of thing. I would actually kind of laugh if that was the case. So, alright, finally done with this area. We've got 71,000 bolts, though. That is nothing to be ashamed of at this point. Who knows? I'm kind of wondering which gold weapons I'm going to buy next, because I know that I need to get the Ultra Nanotech, which is going to take out 30,000 of those bolts, which only leave me with like 40,000. And I still need to spend 2,000 to get the Infobots in the Grind Boot section of this level, but that shouldn't be that detrimental to my bolt count. And I am still somewhat good at it. I do go back every once in a while and just kind of do a practice game. And I haven't really lost my skill in the node capping or anything. It's just, with the people that still play, I know for a fact that a good portion of them use the glitches of the multiplayer to win, which I never did, but it's whatever now. I'm just kind of waiting on a possible tournament to happen, and if it does, I'll see about joining. That's the end of that. Who knows, maybe I'll set up a thing at some point where I'll do Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal multiplayer, and anybody that has it can join, I guess. I don't know. I don't think enough people have it for that, so. I was looking away and that hit me. Oh well, I have the skill point. It doesn't matter. I still got 3 hit points. This is a very and again looking away. This is a very basic grind boot rail section, so it's kind of hard to die on it unless you're not paying attention, you know, like myself.
Greetings, Supreme Exec.
But regardless, that's all that I have currently to do in Battalia, so let's move on to Orxon, which means the Clank section. Yes, I know, this is gonna get boring, so I would suggest sit back, relax, and if I'm not saying anything for a little bit, well, you know why. You can't really come up with much when I'm playing as Clank. Yeah. Anyway, for now, all I'm going to be really doing is breaking the crates and just trying to get through this. I want to break the crates to get as many bolts as possible, but at the same time, that might take a while. So, I'm not sure. This part always just bores the hell out of me. And it's only because it goes on for so long. And, you know, this is like the first step in Clank gameplay. And while I see what they were doing with it, there are some things that they do in later installments that I think they did a lot better with. Such as these guys. You need to break the glass sets around them in order to get to them. Whereas in games such as Up Your Arsenal, you can just hit the follow button and they'll automatically follow you right away. But hey, at least they can go through the teleporters. Fun fact, I used to not know that doing enter did that, so I used to guide them manually into the teleporters, so that was something that I did a long time ago. I don't do it anymore because that's just inefficient, to say the least. But yeah, that's something that I used to do. I'm not exactly proud of it, but you know, it's whatever now. Alright, these guys are following me. That crab thing should die, hopefully. Yeah, it does. Alright, good. These guys should also attack. Well, no, don't. Okay. I did attack, right? I didn't do enter. I'm pretty sure I did attack. But whatever. It's no big deal. There. Clank, freeing robotic Mudokins a couple at a time. I don't know, that's how I look at it, because the gameplay reminds me so much of Oddworld now that I've actually played Oddworld. Oddworld, Munches, and Abe's Odyssey. And I'm looking forward to playing New and Tasty at some point. But for now, I'm just, you know, sticking with what I've got. Hate that guy. Alright, so I'm gonna use these two to take him out. Just because it'll net me like 50 bolts or something. Something like that. Anyway. Alright, and they didn't get blown up. Awesome. Alright, these two can wait here. And I'm gonna go get the others. I'm telling you, this wouldn't be so bad if Clank didn't move so slow. Like, his Kraken time speed is what I think is the best for him, and that's why I'm really glad that they brought that back in the PS4 game, because if Clank moved as slow as he does now, I wouldn't be able to take it. I really would not be able to. He would just move so damn slow, and it'd be so clunky, and it'd be like taking a couple steps back. So I'm glad that they decided not to do that. Which is another reason why I have faith in that game, because they're not using that style of Clank gameplay. They are using the Clank gameplay, but they're making it much more interesting and much more unique. And they're also bringing back the bots from Going Commando, so I'm real excited for that, because those guys never really got to see the light of day after that game. I'm gonna think about it, a lot of things did not get to see the light of day after that game that I thought were pretty cool. I mean, hell, an entire galaxy did not get to see the light of day after that game. So that should kind of say something. Now, I honestly think that Going Commando deserves the same treatment that Ratchet Clank PS4 is getting, because there are so many things you could do with the Bogon Galaxy, and it was only visited ever once, and places like Polaris and Solana were visited multiple times. I think that the Bogon Galaxy could be explored even further, and something else could happen. I think it would be really interesting to see where that would go. I thought I made you guys wait. God damn it. But yeah, I really think that it should get that sort of treatment. It would be cool to see. And it would give, you know, even more of a reason for the bouncer to be in the PS4 game. Either way, I'm Not only that, but I'm excited to see where this goes if this game does well, which I'm assuming it will because there hasn't been a Ratchet Clank game in 3 years. It looks amazing. All that other stuff that I've said, I just want it to do good. That's pretty much all. Not only that, but you know what? I shouldn't say spoilers in this playthrough or whatever. So I don't wanna give too many crucial details away. Let's see. Let's do that. You guys are gonna have to wait over here. Oh yeah, the thing about the taunter is it doubles the effectiveness of mines, so that's why that happened. The same works with the mine glove as well, so taunter and mine glove are an interesting combo that you could use, but I don't ever really find any time to actually use them because, I don't know, I just don't like using it. Also reminds me of one time I was playing Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal multiplayer, and my team was just getting our asses handed to each other. I had made the game and everything, and I did not add the mine glove into it. Now, for those that don't know, there are a number of weapons that you can use in the multiplayer. However, they can be restricted to what pros usually do is they use 3 weapons. They use the blitz cannon, the flux rifle, and the gravity bomb, and they cycle through those rapidly. Now, this person ended up hacking the game and giving themselves the mine glove, despite the fact that I specifically restricted that weapon to not be in that game. So, not only were we getting our asses handed to us, we were also just we just got completely destroyed, and it's such garbage. But that's one that I'll always remember because it was such bullshit, and I knew it, and I knew that it was from the very beginning. But either way, I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, mines are annoying. They are helpful, but when used against you, they're annoying as fuck. Alright, so we're halfway there. Just got a little bit more to do, and then I'll be done. And then we can finally go back to wrecking shit up. Which I'll be happy to do because this is painful. This is even more painful than the God of War Let's Endure that I did last night with on the podcast. Now that one was a bit of a drag because we had already used up all of our energy on Uncharted, so it's not to say that This Is How You Don't Play was bad, per se. I quite liked it, and that one is going to blow up. Yep, I knew it. Alright, whatever. Where did that one come from? It came from over here. That's easy enough. It was interesting because not only did I see how The Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon copied God of War pretty closely, in all honesty, I also saw what was... The game was actually pretty interesting, in my opinion. However, Phil died way too little for it to be that great. Except for that spike part. That spike part, dear God, that is the one thing that defined that This Is How You Don't Play. The sheer amount of stupidity, the sheer amount of retries it took for that fat fuck to utilize a box and trying to get over spikes was absolutely appalling. I have never even played the God of War games, and I can even tell that that was absolute garbage. Hold on. As for Uncharted, well, I'm probably going to be getting the Nathan Drake collection at some point. I have a bit of a confession. I've never actually played an Uncharted game before, other than the Uncharted 4 stress test with some of the guys in the SOK. Other than that, I have never actually played an Uncharted game. And I feel like I need to, because, I mean, I also need to play Resistance, considering how much of an Insomniac Games fan I am. I've never played them either, mostly because I'm more into the platforming genre of games, and I'm missing one of them. Okay, they probably fell in the acid. Great. But yeah, I also need to play Uncharted as well. Now, I did play Infamous, and I loved Infamous, so you can't say that I haven't played most of the Sucker Punch games, because the only one that I haven't played that's from Sucker Punch is Rocket Robot on Wheels, and that's only because that's an N64 game. I'm not gonna do all that stuff for just an N64 game. But yeah, I've heard that Resistance is alright for a first-person shooter, so I'm not going to diss it or anything. I'll make my judgments for when I play it. And the other thing that I've heard is, well, now I'm a bit iffy on playing Fuse, because I know that Fuse was royally fucked over, or should I say Overstrike was royally fucked over by EA. So I know that that game is more than likely going to be hell to play through. But, I'm not sure if I'll do it. Odds are I probably will, because, yeah. I mean, this is the guy that has 100%ed Spyro Enter the Dragonflies, so shitty games are something that I do play. But I will never touch Bad Rats. I want my Steam library to remain pure. That's never happening, and that's not an open invitation for you to gift me Bad Rats. I will deny it every single time. I can't believe I forgot. Did I forget this one guy, or did he fall off? Because I don't have sound, so I couldn't hear him fall off if he did. Well, either way, he's not gonna fall off this time, and if he does, I'm gonna fucking kill him, despite the fact that he'll already be dead. Alright, that's finally over with. What? You've never... Okay, you know what? You need to play those games for sure. Sly Cooper is one of the best franchises I've ever played. I personally love those games, especially Sly 2. Sly 2 is the best out of all of them. I don't care what anybody says, Sly 2 is the best out of all of them. It's relatively long for a 3D platformer, though. So, if you're not looking to get into that, I would suggest, I don't know. It's worth playing. I will give it that. It is very much worth playing. Yeah, Bad Rats is nothing to play. It is an absolute garbage video game, and not only that, it's also getting a sequel, which I'm not even sure how. Could it be because people buy the game as a joke, considering it's only like 20 cents? And considering how many things a Bad Rats have possibly been bought, I'm not sure. Another thing that I need to do is I need to get these guys to follow me again, so that they don't, you know, die miserably. I'm gonna try to get them. Yeah, alright. But yeah, this last part I don't know. I mean, I would say that it makes up for it, but in all honesty, it doesn't. It's still this is still, I guess you could say, poorly made. But either way, I don't know. I personally think that it is, but is that all of them? Let's see. Let's do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's one missing. Is it that one? It is. Perfect. Yeah, alright. There we go. Yeah, the first few ones are pretty interesting, except episode 5. I think they privated that one due to how bad it was. It's nothing to really be interested in. It wasn't anything good. I've watched it and I regret watching it because it was just terrible. Anyway, finally done with that. Thank you to anybody who stuck with me through that. If anybody is watching this, even on YouTube, and they stuck with me through that, God help you. I don't know how you're doing that, or how you find this entertaining, watching me just babble on about different things that don't make any sort of sense. But, anyway, finally gonna get that Poketaru info bot, and I'm going to be finally done with this place. Oh, that's much better. How I wish I could just jump up here and get it. You have no idea. In fact, I'm willing to bet that I'm willing to bet that I could. Are you kidding me? I could have just, I could have. And then just gone around. Yeah, alright, that's... Why does this game hate me? Honest question, why does this game fucking hate me? Yeah, I hate Orcs On with a passion. It's terrible. Absolutely god-awfully terrible. Anyway, now that I've done that, I can head back to Battalia and get the metal detector. So, I'm out of this fucking level, and I'm glad to be, because it is absolute garbage. The worst part of the game. And there's just no sweet talk in that. It's legitimately poorly made. But either way, let's get back to making these guys wish that they never existed, because that's what I enjoy doing in this game. These guys are gonna wish that they were never born, because they're most likely never going to remember anything, because they're just simply lines of code. Anyway, the prototype Magna boots are also something that I'm glad that they improved, because if anyone that doesn't know, in Ratchet Clank Going Commando, there's actually the gravity boots, which are basically the Magna boots. However, not only can you actually walk normally on walls, you can also jump and use weapons, not just a wrench. And because of this, they incorporated it into one of the arenas, and I thought that it was actually pretty cool how they did that. It's a shame that nothing like that happened later on in another installment, because I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Jesus Christ. Alright, so there's gonna be a couple of guys over here I need to kill. That's the thing, I don't ever use a weapon to finish them off. just to simply weaken them to the point where they don't have a turret. Why do I do that? Because I'm cheap as fuck and I don't want to waste the bolts / ammo on something that I could easily get done with 3 hyper strikes. I never actually had a problem with that segment. I'll be completely honest. I never had a problem with Silver City. I thought that it was a fun level, and I thought that it had some of the best music in Ratchet Clank history. And I will stand by that. To me, that track, the best in the series. Incredibly catchy, and it also kind of fits the tone of the level. It wasn't even ruined for me when Phil was messing up in that level so badly that he died so many times on. Wasn't even ruined then. I enjoyed listening to it, and I still enjoy listening to it. Alright, and that's the plumber. Alright, let's do this shit. I'm gonna go fuck him up. Watch, I'm probably going to end up getting the skill point as well. And I'm not even going to try for it. Or at least, I will have gotten the skill point, because I've already gotten it, so. I mean, this is pretty basic, so. They get tougher to hit whenever they're further away. The closer they are. If they're further away, then you have a better chance of hitting them, in my opinion. So I always tend to get them whenever they just launch. This thing gonna blow up soon? Yes, it is. Alright.
Well, well, well.
Since you now own...
Alright. Yeah, metal detector is gonna be a permanent and placed guest on the quick select. Goodbye, Blaster. It's been nice knowing you. That was the trespasser that I put on there. Alright, anyway, trespasser goes there, and the metal detector goes right there, where it belongs. Almost 80,000 bolts, and we're heading into Gaspar. Things are looking good. Not only that, but I've still got... You know what, I got here late, so I'm gonna go a little bit longer than I usually do. So, about 7:30 sound good, because that's gonna be how long I'm going for. Let's make this a little bit longer. I do need to kind of pick up the pace. The game comes out in a month, so... And I've still got all the other games in this series to go. So, I need to pick up the pace. Just ever so slightly. But don't worry, I believe... on Wednesday, I will start Ratchet Clank Going Commando. Because considering how far I'm probably going to get here and how far I'm going to get in the next part, I should probably have enough for everything else other than 1 million bolts, which I will do offline. And I won't be depriving anybody of any content because I'll just kind of do all that offline. I'll still have it recorded, but there won't be any commentary over it because there really isn't anything interesting to say about it. It's just me collecting bolts. and it's really just for proof for people that might not believe me that I did it legit. But I will do it legit. I have done so many times before, and I will do it again. Also, is it just me, or is the stream looking rather shittily? Is that just me? I don't know, I'm looking back at it, and it's looking kind of shittily. No, it's probably just me. Alright. I'm hoping that's just me, because, I don't wanna... So that's not quality content, that's, I don't know what that is. Alright. So many bolts. It's so great. Alright, I can actually get those with... You know what? Why not? You know what? Why not pull out the Walver? I actually don't need the Pyrocitor for anything, so I'll use that as a replacement slot. Why not, you know? This is gonna be the only place where I'm really using it, so might as well. I am not sure what's going on with the stream. Is it still happening? Actually, hold on. I will, restart the stream. Give me just a moment.